All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Straight ahead, we pull the curtain on the postseason with an AFC wildcard matchup between the Oakland Raiders and the Tennessee Titans. What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
Carr gives to Richard. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
And it's 3rd down.
What down?
Come on. Check 13. Check 13.
DeAndre Washington, his first carry. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They'll run on first down. Richard, he'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Eluding the pressure right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
An extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Throwing now is Carr. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 33. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On first down, Richard. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Carr. And finding the tight end, Wilson. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the game there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he's going to go down. But a penalty flag down as well, and if this is offsides, it's going to be a first. And into the red zone now, and Charles, they told us offense in the red zone was a focus this week in practice.
A huge priority, and the key was to get points, so you know that all the time during the week they talked about executing, taking care of the football, no big mistakes, make sure they put points on the board and come out of it with that.
A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. It's caught by Coleman. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. From 3 yards out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
We go! 90 Wolf! Shoot! Watch the shoot!
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
2nd and 2. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up a touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
You draw Corker. Back.
And a give this time to the tailback. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Let's go. 70, Indy.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Well, going deep here for Taylor. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got him the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Carr gives it off to Washington. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. This is taken at the 18. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it'll be Titan football. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Hey, Charlie! Leo! 2!
And he'll give it here to his running back. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Set. 60 yards. Fair.
Hey, let's go. It's Tony Cracks. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Watch out.
Topper.
51, Mike 51. Strip that ball. 51.
Get it.
51.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback. No matter the situation in there, the defense won the battle. The Raiders on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. On the draw, Carr leads to Washington. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is taken at about the 14. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. 20, 10, touchdown Titans. What a great play there. 73 yards as they are now on the board here in the first half. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Carr, and that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Now Carr again. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
10-2 stop.
Not today, you are. Not today.
Five.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, orbit.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Check 48's the mic. Check 48's the mic. Let's go.
Ready?
On 3rd down, Gordon. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a 1st down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And an alley to run. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another 1st down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. And he'll give it here to his running back. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, a good job defensively to recover.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Now a handoff here to his running back. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
You ready?
Mike, boy, 51. Watch the block. Watch the block.
General West.
Watch the block. Motion. Block. Hey, Mike 51. Mike 51.
Hey, Wahoo. Shoot.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. 2nd and 14. And the pressure gets to him again. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Go.
Game situation. Let's go. 51. Go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Gordon. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. So we're at halftime in this AFC wildcard matchup, as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now a handoff looking right. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
51 the mic, boy, 51.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Check 26, check 26. Check 3, check 3.
Big grip.
To throw on 3rd down. Gordon. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Ready.
Going to give this time to the tailback. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 38. They'll run it now out of the gun. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Hey, high 7.
2nd and 3. And he fires one that's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On 2nd and 11 now. Carr completes it to Coleman. And he's going to get this inside the 30. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll get this out wide. It's Nelson with it. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play really nice.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, it took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
93. 93.
Another try after the first down sack. Carr, he's got it. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Caught by Nelson, and he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A 2-yard touchdown grab, and the Raiders have taken the lead. Parkey with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Got it.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. This is caught by Antonio Brown. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Looking to throw. Gordon. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Cleveland Farrell. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Back to throw. Gordon. That is incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Gordon. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Give him 12 yards that time at an Oakland first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working out it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction and when they try and change.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in a mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground.
You're out.
And he'll give it here to his running back. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Titans. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon, as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do...
He's got daylight. The 30. The 20. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. J.J. Nelson with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. Parkey adds the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, and you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
A 2-yard loss brings up third down and 12.
The Titans on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is third down and 12. Now this time he'll look to throw. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
He gets this away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
Down. 185.
Carr on the give. It's Washington. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. But he will not get away. He stops short of the marker. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position.
Protein spill. 5.
Mike 5. Come on, boy.
Throwing on 1st down. Gordon got a man. It's Brown. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a 1st down.
It's a gain of 11. And the Titans, 1st down.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
Yes.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
They'll try to run this one in. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal.
Ready?
They'll come out in the pistol. Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on 4th down.
Here
we go on 4th down. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, baby.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready?
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Carr going to throw. They'll roll him out right. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
You don't want no problems with me.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Carr. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Here's Cameron Johnston now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Overtime in a playoff game. Awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In the regular season, only 1 period is played. We could call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
It's a loss of 2.
So after the loss of 2, here's 2nd and 12 from the 23.
I can't believe they even let you play.
First throw of overtime for Carr. This one complete to Coleman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And he's going to score. It's a touchdown. No flags. And in an overtime thriller, they are moving on to the playoff.
No rest. They get to keep playing.
They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game. Check. Got that done. Win a wild card game. Big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.